What's up, everybody? Oh, Rocky, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wellness Week Live. It's Wellness Wednesdays. Woo-hoo. We got our resident PhD biochemist Magnus over here. Over there, I'm DJ Anthony. Look, I'm a DJ. It's true. And today is the Doggy Show. We're talking about dogs, kabish, and we're talking about wellness and health and how pets, particularly dogs, can improve our wellness and health. So, the Dog Show. Magnus, how you doing?
I'm good.
This is Rocky. He's a 15-year-old, 14-year-old Shih Tzu. He's a Chinese breed, and they were bred to literally keep emperors' feet warm about 2,000 years ago. So he's the quintessential lap dog, foot dog. However, he thinks he's a lion, which Shih Tzu, I believe, in can't. Whoa, okay, your dog wants to get into it. Shih Tzu, I think, means lion or lion dog. So they have a lion way about them, the Shih Tzu. And what's your dog's name?
So this one, our oldest, this is Rocco.
Oh, Rocco, me Rocky.
He just turned 7. He's a Yorkie.
Yep.
In this guy, he's a character. He's extremely spoiled. Then we got our youngest. This is, let me see, I can get him into the picture.
There you go. All right.
There's Archie.
Archie.
He's also a Yorkie. He's 2.5.
Okay.
And that guy is the ultimate lover. He loves everybody. Both. So regarding Yorkies, they're with a lot of terriers. They're bred to actually hunt. So these guys used to kind of hunt rats, and especially they send them down into back in England and into the sewer system and things like that. So you can still kind of like notice that. For instance, when this guy plays around, here is Archie. He has that like pounce in, grab something, shake it, throw it up in the air, pounce it, and like basically confuse the rat, and then trying to break its neck. So it's just so interesting how strong the genetics are in certain dogs.
Yeah. Rocky's not Rocky, I think Rocky, like a lot of dogs, will want to chase things, but that's not what he's bred for. He's bred for to be a straight up companion dog, to the point where it's spooky, because his first thing that he wants to do is go right to the feet. And I'm like, oh my God, it's true. They were bred to be foot warmers. Like, that's what it's been thousands of years into the breed. And so he always gravitates towards my feet or on the lap. But, a quintessential lap dog. He's a good alert dog. He's a good boy usually. He just had some major work done. So for today's show, everyone, we're going to be talking about two things: the benefits of having a pet, health benefits, and particularly dogs. Woo! Show your choppers. And all right, Rocky, done. We the paycheck's in the mail.
I'm gonna let their Rocco is sensing something. There's something at the door or something like that. He wants to go in.
Yeah. Rocky's good at that too. Good doorbell. And the health benefits of having a pet, particularly a dog, and our 5 favorite health thingies or items that we use, Magnus and I, to help keep us well and healthy. There's many things, more than 5, but our random top 5. So we're going to be talking about that. All right, the dogs. Let's talk about dogs. So it's funny. Before I owned a dog, and and I would encourage anybody, if you can, and I get it, not everybody can have a dog or wants a dog or a cat or a pet, but if you are on the fence about it and you're not allergic, and there are some dogs too, like Rocky and your dog too, the terrier breeds, they are allergy friendly. There's no such thing as a true hypoallergenic dog, but people who are not in the know, I know you know this, Magnus, your dog and my dog, they have hair. They don't have fur. So people who are watching, if you're kind of slightly allergenic, but you're thinking about getting a dog, there are hair dogs that look like fur. But so the Shih Tzu would be one of them. Anyways, so yeah, if you're on the fence about getting a dog, do it. Best thing you'll ever do. Best thing you'll ever do. It'll make you happier. It'll make you a better person. It'll make you healthier. So if you're on the fence, and if you can, adopt. Truth be told, I did not adopt Rocky. I got him from a breeder, but we did try to adopt prior to that, but we just didn't find the right fit. But dogs are great.
That's the thing that I wanted to add straight away to that. Like, if you're able to adopt a dog, you're doing everybody a giant favor. the dog, I mean, it has a chance of a new life, and it's the same. It's so funny how so many people, I wasn't a dog person or anything like that, and then once they get a dog, they become like polar opposite. They're like dog, 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 dog.
Yeah.
So
I'm not crapping on cats or turtles or snakes or goldfish. Those are great too.
No, not at all.
Dogs, particularly, in my opinion, they definitely offer a wealth of benefits that no other animal offers, and we're going to get into that. But and look, could a naysayer or someone say, "Oh yeah, but dogs take time, they take money." Listen, you want a Ferrari? Don't complain about their gas mileage. I mean, nothing's going to be perfect, but there's far more pros than cons having a dog in your life, So, I mean, you have to walk it. Wow, what are you walking 90 miles a day? You walk it to the corner and back. Like what? You can adopt a dog. Adopting a dog, you don't have to worry usually about housebreaking. They're already, fully housebroken. With a puppy, you have to learn that. But again, for the one or two cons, there's a 10,000 pros to owning a dog. So, hey, let me get into this. I didn't know this. Some of it I knew, but so the health benefits of having a dog in your life, and you can look it up your own self, people. Don't believe me. Number one, dogs make us feel less alone. So especially with, everyone being locked down because the end of the earth is coming, dogs can be there for you when people can't. Dogs don't judge. They're a great, great companion. And that is true. Are they going to take the place of a human? No, but they do offer a level of companionship, 100%. Dogs are good for your heart. Owning a dog can help you live longer. A comprehensive review study published between 1950 and 2019 found that dog owners have lower risk of death due to a heart disease. Now, why would that be? Because usually you're up and you're walking and you got to move. You got to get up off. You got to literally get up off the couch to feed the dog. You got to get up. You got to get up. You got to get up. That all adds up after years and years and years. Dogs help you to stop stressing out. That's scientific fact. Don't believe me? Look it up. Just petting a dog. They have done studies. Once you pet the dog, stress level goes down, cortisol goes down, heart rate goes down, markedly, noticeably. That's number 3. 4, dogs help us cope with crisis. Nobody knows that better than I do, and all of us have crisis in our lives, and dogs, again, are they going to cure you? No, nothing's going to be a silver bullet, but they are an asset, no question. Dogs bring a sense of peace to us. Am I right, Magnus?
100%. You just wanted to add that you start to see that more and more hospitals are actually having hospital dogs. Therapy, so when people are recovering from injury or illness and things like that, or surgery, they're, of course, talking about the infection risk and stuff. Well, once that is over, dogs help a lot with people's recovery, and also like we're just not with the mental aspect of it too. Like you brought up. You have a companion, you de-stress. There's so many things that a dog or another pet can help you out with.
Yeah, we had a guy on the show about 2 weeks ago, and he has an organization that helps veterans and law enforcement, and they have service dogs that help them with their mind health. To your point about operations and health, again, don't believe me, people, look it up. But dogs particularly boost the immune system microscopically. Our microbiome. Dogs help diversify the microbiome in our skin, on our skin, in our bodies. They boost the immune system literally by having a dog, just by diversifying the types of good bacteria that are in and around our house and in ourselves. So we're talking on a molecular level now. So dogs are that good at it. So also dogs make you more attractive. Now, Magnus, you don't have to worry about this because you're a good looking man. You're married, but us single guys out there, hey, so I always say, literally, I will walk Rocky and they could be a Ferrari next to us. 10 out of 10 times, people are looking at Rocky, not that Ferrari. So dogs will make you more attractive. People always stop. You get this too, probably. Oh, your dog is so cute, this and that. So
it's a great icebreaker with most people. You can start up a conversation with basically anybody, and also like there's so many other people that have like dogs, and you're in the same community, even if like your dogs might not like one another to start out with, but you start to talk about, like where did you get your leash from, or we usually, like especially winter time, our dogs usually wear some kind of hoodies or jackets or things like that when they're out walking, and people like that's an instant comment from them. Oh, they're so cute, love their shirts.
100%. And it's funny because was going to say is that's the next number 7 on the list is dogs make us more social, because especially if you're getting out of your house to walk the dog. I know some people that they don't ever walk their dogs, and they just kind of like hurry up, go in the backyard. I'm like, oh, that's so. I mean, if that's all you can do, I guess better than nothing. But it's so sad. Like, you got to get out. It's good for everyone. The dog needs it. You need to walk down the block or around the block or a half a mile, whatever. You're benefiting. It makes us more social having a dog. 100%.
Can I add something to that?
Yes, sir.
Here's a fun thing. So in several of the European countries, like in 2020, when we had the lockdown, one of the few things you were allowed to do when you were like actually get out of quarantine was actually walking your dog, right?
There you go.
A bunch of people, especially where you live in an apartment complex, everybody wanted to
they're all out, right?
Someone's dog. So they were basically having a dog that was basically out walking like all like hours of the day, you know?
Yeah.
And never got that much like being out that much. But it's just funny to kind of see how even that, I think that was one of the better things for actually people to be out and about when we had a lockdown and actually be out walking your dog.
100%.
Perfect.
You know, I also, this is not a study, this is my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I have a theory. I always say never trust someone that doesn't have a dog. Like, I think if you have a dog, in my mind, like, I automatically trust you. It's like he or she must be a good person. Like, you got a dog. Now, I know it's a little bit facetious, but you know, there's something to be said about, you know, that person knows, I don't know, like at the minimum can care for something. And, you know, I don't know. I think, and there has to be a study out there that I bet you that dog owners are more, you know, whatever, you know, reliable or trustworthy than non-dog owners. I bet you there's a study out there. Again, not saying everybody, but how about this one?
Yeah, there's some shitty dog owners out there or pet owners that should definitely not have an animal in their care.
That's true. I'm saying generally speaking, but you're right about that.
I know what you mean.
You're right about that too. Yeah, some dog owners need to hang it up, and you know, it ain't working out. So number 8 says dogs are so adorable. They make us love them. It says according to the article here that there's a reason why puppies are so irresistible. A dog's facial features possess an infant schema. These are social releasers trigger an innate caregiver response in humans. So dogs, I guess, their facial features, and it's funny because I was reading a study that cats don't have the same minutiae of facial features and muscle structure like a dog. Hence why sometimes people think that cats are aloof and distant when really they're not. It's just that they don't have their facial muscles are not that of a dog, where a dog has more, I guess more characteristics or more minutiae to make facial expressions, where a cat not necessarily. But
can I add a fun fact to that?
Yes, sir.
So basically, you know, when dogs are looking at you and they kind of lift their eyebrows.
Yes.
That is something that they have. The dogs kind of like understood that it was beneficial for them. So that's another thing, like a gene thing that you're saying with facial expression and things like that, because they can look, you know, when they have those puppy eyes.
People like that. Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I will give you anything if you look at me that way.
Yeah.
So, but it's funny how like genetics have changed for like, and it's about communication, that they're communicating what they want with their owners and the owners actually understand it. Sounds pretty crazy when I don't like to use the word owners, but you know,
me neither.
The human around the dog.
Right. 100%. You know, and I already touched on this, but this number 9 says dogs make us happier. And then it says dogs help senior citizens with cognitive functions and social interaction. So those are the top 10. But, you know, I think you know this too. I was surprised many years ago. I found out that dogs can sniff out cancer on a person's body with 99% accuracy.
I just wanted to add that. Like, I just kind of say, I'll pay that once you kind of run through your 10 things. But I was like, they are better at sniffing out, like, and a lot of these things that like machines have, they're not even close.
Right.
And that's why we have the dogs that, you know, go and when we're going through airplanes, if they look for fruit and things like that, that you're not supposed to take into the country.
Right.
When they work, they're so focused. They know exactly what they're doing. And
commandos use dogs. You know, dogs are just an amazing creature.
Yeah.
But
no, they're in a couple of things that I want to add. We can learn so much from a dog or pets. Like just for instance, like unconditional love, loyalty, being out, having fun, living in the moment, all those things, just like looking at the dog, like when they run around, and not having a bunch of grudges either, like, yeah, sometimes they fight, but usually get it over it. And it's the same thing. Like once they kind of settled everything, they know who's in charge or whatnot. They're fine. They're the best of friends.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, my dog, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of dog, family members. I don't want to say owners either, but yeah, they make my dog makes me a better person. Has taught me empathy, sympathy, just things that you really can't learn from humans. I'm not saying, again, nothing's a silver bullet, but it's just an addition to positivity in my life. Having Mr. Rocky, aka Rocky. And my dog has his own Instagram page, for God's sake, literally.
But our dogs have their own Instagram pages, and they have separate ones, of course.
Oh God!
And they also have their Facebook. They have Facebook.
Oh, I gotta follow you guys. Okay, all right, yeah.
So they're all over the place, and my wife and I used to post pics of them on our Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, I gotta follow you. By the way, so my dog, I almost have no choice, but my dog sleeps in the bed with me. Now, does your dogs jump in the bed with you guys or no?
So here's the deal. We used to let them sleep in our bed, but like especially when we got the second one, even if they're small dogs, they take up so much space, and also it's a hygiene thing too, So we started to incorporate. So they have basically a really nice bed, memory foam, all those things.
Better than what you got.
Yeah. They basically have a better bed than we do. So we actually got them settled up so they sleep in their own bed. They're usually allowed to be up in the couch with us to kind of fall asleep, and then they sleep in their own bed, and then they usually come up in the morning just when we're waking up, like stretching, and they run around a bit and just hang out. But yeah, no. And the youngest one, he's a burrower. He likes to dig in under like whatever you're having on top. If you have a blanket or a comforter or whatever, he needs to get in under it. That's just who he is.
Yeah, my dog, and for people who don't have dogs, my dog, when I say my dog sleeps with me or dogs sleep with people, my dog is not, he's not like sleeping at my face. He's, like at my feet or in my kneecap area on top of the bed. I mean, because some people who don't have dogs might be like, oh, you sleep with your dog. It's not like, it's not like sleeping with a human or something like that in the same bed. The dog is kind of like at the foot or the knees, or my dog Rocky would love to sleep like on my face, but you can't do that. So
they know. I mean, they figure out pretty much quickly. Our oldest Rocco, he's the guy that he basically does not move. And this is kind of funny. If me or my wife is sick, he does not leave our side. He knows
something's going on.
Here's another one, and they know straight away that something is going on.
Bro, they can smell it. They can smell cancer. They can smell whatever, sore throat,
and emotions too.
Oh,
emotions.
100%. It's an amazing gift that whatever you want to call it, the universe, God created. I mean, dogs are amazing. They really are. Yeah. So now we got to segue because again, I know I want to respect your time. So top 5 or one of your 5 things that you consume or utilize to help your wellness and health. I'll show and tell. I'll show one, you show one, I show one, you show one. Okay, so I'm going to start off. So one of the things that I use in my life to help keep me healthy as best I can, and again, nothing's a silver bullet. We're not giving medical advice or legal advice. Consult your professional health person. Okay, so what I use and I love is I'm a big fan of yogurt, but not any yogurt, Kefir yogurt. So kefir, if you don't know, and maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, kefir, whatever. Kefir yogurt, it's got typically double the amount of bacterial strains than regular yogurt. I get the one that has no sugar added. Added sugar is horrible. You're defeating the purpose. So yogurt is great for your immune system. As you know, Magnus, 80% of our immune system, give or take, is in our gut, in our stomach and intestines. So I drink this daily, religiously, Kefir yogurt, a little cup. I put it in my oatmeal or whatever. And so yeah, Kefir to help. Kefir, bless you, Kefir to help my the immune system and your gut floral bacteria. Okay, what about you, Magnus? What do you use? What's the next one?
So we're not need to show anything, but I got this. So let me see there. Vitamin D3.
Oh, D3, yes.
Yeah.
AKA the sun.
So vitamin D is something, even like we're like, I live in Southern California, so we get exposed to sun quite a lot.
Right.
A lot of people that live here have D deficiency due to the fact that they cover themselves up. Yeah. They wear sunglasses, hats, long sleeve, everything, and it's like the sun is so bad. No, it's with everything else. Too much, too little. That's when it hurts us. Like when we kind of like stick to the being in somewhat kind of regulated, controlled time when we get sun exposure. It's really, really healthy for us.
Yes.
And wintertime, the sun or the angle of the sun compared to the earth, it's not strong enough. So we do not produce vitamin D in our skin during sun exposure at wintertime. So that's why I think, especially if you're living like far away from the equator, that you basically are supplementing with vitamin D3 almost all year round.
Right.
Maybe a couple of months in the middle of the summer that you don't need it, but otherwise you kind of need it.
Yeah.
And why I choose D3 is because that is what we use. You know, it's stored. There's different forms of vitamin D, but this vitamin D3 is the one that is active. Another thing that you might want to look into is that it has vitamin K in it or not, because that actually helps us absorb more of the vitamin D.
Okay.
Other things that are important for vitamin D efficiency is magnesium. So that's basically a 3-step rocket that is good. Vitamin D3, Ka2, I think it is, and then you have magnesium. That kind of combines to a really, really good mixture of super potent things. I'm going to shut up now and hand it over to you.
No, but vitamin D3, and again, it's for our immune system. That's essentially why we all should take it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of magnesium, my next one, banana magnesium. I eat bananas every saying hello. I eat bananas every single day, every freaking day. Bananas, and I like them like this, speckled, because they make it really sweet. And my understanding is there's different nutrients when they're speckled versus not speckled, or whatever. Anyways, banana a day. I put that in my yogurt and my oatmeal because again, bananas are a great prebiotic. Prebiotic is fiber. Probiotic is the yogurt. You know this, Magnus, but for the viewers who don't know, the banana or the apple or the strawberry or the blueberry, that feeds the yogurt in the gut, helping it expand and proliferate and help your immune system and keep you happy and strong. Okay, so banana is my second tool in the tool chest of health. Okay, next, Magnus, go.
So,
I use that brand.
Yeah, it's actually, I like it. So now I'm plugging Costco of all things. Costco have this. It's fairly it's a good price at Costco, and that's why we get it. And it's actually a good brand. I kind of like it. The only thing that I think is a little bit sad is that they removed the kind of pure protein, and now it has superfoods in it. But I don't really care about that. It's just that it's more ingredients. The original one that did not have all these superfoods in it was very kind of few ingredient protein powder. And what I like about this, that is plant-based too. Why I choose plant-based, there's a couple of things. It's less acidic if you compare it to a whey or a beef protein powder. And so a little more alkaline, if we should say that. It's also has a better with insulin. If you're eating whey, for instance, you have an insulin response to it. If you do a plant-based protein, is not as much as if you have a whey protein.
And whey can affect
another thing that I do like about it too is that animal-based and things like that, sometimes we should focus on eating more plant-based food. So that's why I usually gravitate towards more plant-based proteins. And nowadays they don't taste too funky, and they're pretty easy to digest, and also bioavailability that we bring it up and also that it has full amino acids like spectra, so kind of like it has all the 20 amino acids in a fairly good amount of them too. So
yeah, good. Yeah, no, and you brought up a point about the not having whey, or if you don't choose whey protein, I would tell people, and this, Magnus, like if you're going to have whey protein, be careful, because you have to make sure you consume enough water, because too much whey protein can affect the kidneys. So
and your digestive system too. It's a little bit harsh. Like a lot of people, whatever that like we're sensitive to it too. So that's another thing that like a lot of people gets the shits or the runs or gassy when they're eating too much whey protein too. So another thing why I choose to kind of go more plant-based protein powder.
Right. Speaking of plant-based, pistachios, my next on my list. Great source of protein, awesome source of fiber, excellent for your heart, your veins, your arteries, keep them malleable, strong, and helping, to this, again, it's not a magic bullet, but to help keep your veins and arteries clearer. So I eat these every freaking day. Fiber. Love pistachios. Are they expensive? Yeah, they are. But you know what? Going to the hospital for heart operation is more expensive. So, I incorporate this, snacks or whatever. Hey, the jokes. Okay, back to you, Magnus.
So I'm gravitating away from food things, and so this.
Whoa. I was thinking about that.
Yeah, so it's good. We're showing different things. So those glasses are blue light blocking glasses. So the ones that I have, they're a little bit dirty right now, but they have this kind of amber or yellow tint. The stronger the tint they have, the more blue light they block out. So what I usually do, when I get home at night or whatever, or when the sun starts to go down, I usually put these on because it helps me fall asleep better. It blocks out a lot of the blue light from, for instance, our lighting system, and especially screen time. So if you're sitting in front of a computer all day, you should probably get a couple of different blue light blocking glasses with different tints. So it kind of saves your eyes, and it also helps you with circadian rhythm and things like that you're actually able to fall asleep easier once bedtime rolls around. Nowadays you can get them for fairly cheap. So I suggest basically everybody to invest in a pair.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I had a friend of mine, unfortunately, she passed away many years ago because she had ocular cancer. She died at like 28 or something like that. And we forget, we put on sunscreen and hat, but we don't cover our eyes oftentimes. And our eyes need protection too, especially if we're going to be outside for more than just, an hour. I mean, I'm guilty of not wearing sunglasses as much as I should, even in the winter. So like you're saying, to help protect your eyes can catch cancer too.
An aesthetic part too, you get less wrinkles if you wear sunglasses too. So, but again, sunglasses, if you're getting out in the morning, I would be like trying to get as much sun exposure for about 15-20 minutes or so. Then you can put on your glasses, because then again, we're working with circadian rhythm and things like that. So everything kind of, you get the healthy benefits, but 15-20 minutes is enough. Then you can start covering up, like protecting your eyes at least.
Right. Your skin needs the sun. Sun makes your immune system strong. Hunkering down underneath your bed forever, that's going to make you more sick, by the way. I'm not saying live outside, but get 15-20 minutes of sun if you can every single day, because the sun makes you have an immune system. The sun makes vitamin D. Vitamin D makes an immune system. I know we're being taught to hide and go into the darkness and get more sick. But anyways, get outside. Outside's good. You can do it. It's legal. All right. How about this one? This is my secret weapon. Dun, dun, dun. Pillow. Sleep. Get a good pillow. So pillow, 8 hours if you can. You have to. Sleep is the reset, the building block of all of our immune systems. You want to be happier? You want to be stronger? Literally, like physically stronger. You weightlift. You know how muscle's made? When you rest, that's when the muscle's made. After it's torn, micro tears, you go to sleep, you wake up, you're stronger. You need sleep. You need 8 hours of it. You can't be saying, I don't have the time, man. I got a job. Everyone's got a job. Okay, cut it out with that. No. How important is sleep? It's
prioritize it. I agree 100%.
You got to, man. People, you're not. This is a marathon, okay? You gotta, if you gotta take one less something or do something, like you need sleep. You gotta be there for your family. You gotta be strong. You gotta be sharp. You gotta be healthy. You can't always be run down. You want to be happier, healthier, stronger, faster, smarter. Sleep. Minimum 8 hours. Don't say you can't. Figure out a way that you can. And even napping is good if you can get a cat nap here and there. Anyways, back to you in the studio, Magnus.
So I'm throwing in. So here. So let me see camera. So this is basically a minimalistic shoe. So let me see. There we go. So it's flat. It does not have a drop, like the heel is higher. It's basically completely flat. Why these are so good is, and also like if you're looking at the toe box, it's extremely wide. So we can actually let our toes spread out, working a lot of the muscles throughout the foot. And a lot of people say, oh, I have issues with my feet. I need to get like the special like insoles and all those things. What you need to actually start doing is strengthening your feet. So this is what helps with it. You're also seeing those, like the toe kind of socky thing, imagine the 5 fingers. These are basically similar to 5 fingers, but it's a shoe, so people will not look at you as funny, and you can still spread out. And because foot health is so important, if you have issues with your feet, nerve endings, things like that, it causes a lot of problems going up into our back. It also causes ankle, knee, hip, lower back, upper back, shoulder, neck issues. Everything is connected. So taking care of your feet health is really, really important. It's something that I always like. When I work with clients and things like that, I'm like, yeah, let's look at your shoes. For instance, women that wear a lot of high heel shoes and things like that, that destroys your posture. It causes a lot of problems. I mean, if you need to wear high heels, do it once in a while, but like bring your flats too, so you don't have to walk around with it all the time. Yep. And comfort is important, and that's why you would really need to focus on getting good footwear that works for you. Don't try to press your foot into too small of a shoe, because that's going to ruin a lot of things.
Yeah, we forget our feet are the foundations of the skyscraper of the body. So
yes.
The feet are so many times underestimated, for sure. And by the way, anybody who knows me well knows I have the worst feet on earth, bro. If you saw my feet, you would want to chop them off me. Like, God blessed me with a good looking face, but he cursed me with my feet, dude. I got the nastiest feet on. My feet are like flat, like a pancake flat. Toes are all jacked up. I got LeBron James feet. I didn't know LeBron and I have the same problem, by the way. So it's like just bone deformity. Like my feet are just, thank God it didn't hit my face. God just, made it happen on the feet. Thank you, God. So, but my feet need help. My point is though, I try to go with minimalistic shoes myself too, because I want to strengthen those small muscles, the tendons, right, to get these shoes that are overly bolstered. It's almost like walking with crutches. You're not strengthening the tendons, the muscles, the ligament, whatever in the foot area. And I get it. Not everybody can do that, but to the best of your ability, try to strengthen that foundation. Trust me, nobody's got worse feet than I do. But anyways, so, all right. My next one, pickles.
Nice.
Probiotic. I don't know. So this is like,
contains a lot of things that are good for like magnesium and things like that. That also hinders if you're having cramps. That could really, really help out.
This is an immune booster. It's a probiotic, and it's along the same things. It's either eat kimchi, eat sauerkraut, or eat pickles. These are the 3 healthiest foods probably on earth. So I have a pickle, literally a pickle a day. No problem. I have a pickle a day like it's a vitamin, and then I eat the rest of my day, whatever. But pickles are that important to have. Yep. You don't have to like them. Just shut up, eat them.
Yep. No, and it's like it's like, and also you can incorporate it in food too, so you don't really feel a taste. It's just salty. That's how I see it. Yeah. A lot of people don't like the texture, but you can chop it up in small pieces and add it at the end of the food, or blend it in a salad or anything like that.
It's so important to eat. Eat it. Just stop being a baby. Eat it. That's how powerful it is. Okay, what's your next one, Magnus? You're wrapping up.
I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm bringing 2 things. So here's the thing. If people needs to, like, this is what I would start a home gym out with. So first of all, this suspension trainer. You basically have a strap with 2 handles on it. So, and these you can hang up, around whatever, a pole, like whatever, or a pull-up bar, or you can actually like get an attachment and hook it up to. This does not take up any space. You can have it when you're traveling, and you can do all sorts of things. The guy that invented this was a Navy SEAL, and I was a former Navy SEAL. And he did that because they could not haul a bunch of weight and things like that in the submarine when they were around all the world. So they came up with this. You can train your whole body. It has a lot of training around your core and things like that. So these are great for start out. It's not too much, and you don't have to buy this brand. There's a bunch of cheaper ones, and you can get them for I think like 50, 60, 70 bucks. And they're awesome. Great investment. With that, I also like to have training bands. This I would suggest anybody that has a seated job to get it. Get a couple, have one at home, have one at the office, and do a lot of upper back training because we're sitting so much.
Slouching, yeah.
And so get that hunched over back in effect, because just on an anatomy, we have like strong chest muscles that are constantly trying to pull forward our shoulders. And then you have a lot of guys, of course, that want to train a lot of pressing movement, the bench press every time.
Right.
And that causes a lot of issues because we're not training our upper back. Our upper back should definitely get more training than any type of pressing movements, because we're with our hands constantly in front of us and not doing enough things pulling backwards.
Yeah.
So like I would definitely invest in a couple of these training bands. It's just a loop. I think they're 41 inches, the full ones. They're come in all sorts of different resistances. So I would suggest getting they're called like a mini band. They're usually red, but they're kind of one of the smaller ones. Start out with those. Bring them around, bring them when you go into the gym or when you're training or when you're out in the park and whatnot.
Right.
And do a lot of, I can talk through some exercises about it another time, but those are the things that I suggest people getting.
Yeah. And also viewers can follow you. I know you have a special going on for your training program too. So if you want to, shamelessly plug that, go ahead, you do you, or put it in the comments or whatever. But
again, I'm gonna send. You can reach me throughout my Facebook group, or DM me or whatever if you're my friend or anything like that. And we're doing a special now, getting people up and moving after the holidays and training. If you're interested in getting more details, just reach out to me. One of the best things you can do is invest in yourself and your health.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, when you do that, you'll need less pills, so and less visits to the doctor when you're taking care of the body God gave us. So yeah, dude. I mean, we went over a little bit, but I always appreciate you, Magnus. And but yeah, thanks everybody. Don't forget, share this video in our channel, Wellness Week, with your mom, your dad, your neighbor, your cousin, your cousine. Hey,
subscribe.
You gotta watch these guys. Unbelievable. Capisce? Hey, ascoltami, chiamami. So yeah, subscribe, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the whatever button you gotta hit, and that's it, man. So yeah, man, thanks, Magnus. Good to see you. And we'll do it again here on our next show. And but yeah,
Anthony, always a pleasure. Since we decided to do this dog show, I've been waiting for it the whole week. I'm like, it's so funny to talk about like pets and dogs. So I'm happy that we brought it up. It's such a good topic.
I don't know what I would do without my dog. And when he goes to doggy heaven, I'm going to be a hot mess. I got more photos of my dog than anybody in my family because, well, he is family. So
yeah.
All right, man. Hey, man, good to see you. I'm signing off, everybody. Again,
guys, stay healthy.
Thanks, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2.